name's Hercules,
Mhm.
25, and I work in sort of compliance in healthcare.
Dope, brother. So, what was the challenges that you were facing prior to actually working with us?
Just a lot of lack of knowledge. I didn't know what the right things to do were. There's like so much material out there. I remember saying there was a lot of material out there. I didn't know what was right. I didn't know what was wrong, and even though a lot of it's right, it might not be right for me.
Mm,
So it was actually getting a lot of guidance tailored towards what I need to
mm.
progress and where I'm at my starting point.
Got it. So you mentioned that there was a lot of information out there, and you felt like you lacked in knowledge. How did that affect you, bro?
It just left me confused because there's so much, it means there was no structure. It's like try this to get a muscle up, try this to get the handstand. And because there's so many different things, you're trying a lot of different things, which means you don't know, you're not really progressing because you're doing too many different things. You need a little bit of repetition to actually progress.
Got it. Got it.
Um, yeah.
Okay. And of course, we've just completed the 4 months. You finally graduated. What were some of the
Mhm.
things that you were able to accomplish within those 16 weeks?
Um, my core is a lot better. So I've actually achieved an LSIT, muscle ups without bands. Um, and my handstand form is significantly better. Not off the wall just yet, but it is a lot better than my starting point. Whereas, you
Mm,
know, back was really arched and body was completely all over the place.
yeah. So where were you at in your journey before joining?
Right at the start. I mean, it was still a bit of a pipe dream sort of thing. It was something I really wanted to start, shifting from training in the gym with like standard bodybuilding type training.
Okay. Why did you make wanted to make that transition?
I just thought this would be a lot better. I think it's a lot more skill to be able to manipulate your own body weight and do these sort of skills. I think there's a lot more to it than just picking up heavy weight and pushing it, pulling it, or doing whatever with it. Not that you still don't need to do that, but it got a bit bland for me. It got a bit boring. I feel like injuries were a lot higher, and this just seemed like it was more of something that would interest me.
Oh, no. Thank you for sharing that, bro. And how did you find having myself and Coach T as your coaches?
That was a massive help. Yeah, yeah, massive help. The guidance that you get, but not just the guidance, the support. There's a lot of days where you're tired, you're feeling really demotivated just because you can't get an exercise or a skill down. And you two are both there to like hype me back up and make me feel like you're not doing bad at all. Like you're giving everything, that's what matters, and it will come.
Mm,
And you guys were always right. It did. Like that little thing I was struggling with,
yeah,
was it the frog stand at the start?
yeah,
Like it became easy eventually, where it really helped with your like motivation and stuff. But yeah, the guidance, I could just do what you guys told me, feed the results back with videos. You guys would highlight exactly what I'm doing wrong, and adjust next week's like workout to help me develop my weaknesses and keep
got
me progressing.
yeah. And other than the video feedback analysis that we give you, what other
Mhm.
parts of the coaching experience have you found that has been helpful for you, bro, in terms of the app, community, stuff like that?
Yeah, I'd say the community is a big help. The days. I mean, I'm not the biggest commenter or like talkative person in it, but I like that people share their stories and their milestones, and everyone's really supportive. Because like I said, it keeps you going when it's tough, and it keeps that fire burning when it's really easy to get demotivated.
Mm,
Um, and it's the same with these meetings. Anytime I do want to sort of get face to face with you guys, I have the option, and
mm.
that's really nice because it does beat messaging in a chat. Um, so yeah, it's knowing I have that support whenever I want it and need it.
Yeah, awesome. Got it, brother. And what would you say to someone who might be on the fence about starting calisthenics and working with an online coach?
I'd say it's really easy to be hesitant, but so is everything. You know, if it's something that you like are genuinely curious about and you want to try, you should. You know, in this case, I'm staying on, but it's 4 months. 4 months is not a long time to try something. You know, you should try it for 4 months because that's when you can. It's long enough to see some improvement if you put in work,
Mm.
but it's not long enough where you've committed years of your life or something. So definitely just give it a go, see if it's for them, and there's a good chance it is something that if they're already thinking about, is something that they'll love.
Yeah, got it. And why is this? Why do you feel like this is actually something for you now, though? Because you were very much
Why?
big into like bodybuilding before, bulking and all that. So,
Um, I actually look forward to it now. You know, weightlifting in the gym just got really boring, and just became a chore. Where it was stay healthy to do and do this stuff. Whereas this is like you do pick up an exciting new skill. You're working towards something that is tangible. You can see the difference. It's not just in your body. You get those too, but you get a new skill with it.
yeah,
Um, and it's a lot about how it changes your mind because a lot of it is it's like a puzzle getting a new skill. You have to really focus on your form and what you're doing wrong and your weaknesses and work towards getting better at it.
yeah. It's a whole journey, bro.
It is a journey, yeah. It's mental and physical.